We have exact 20-25 minutes to discuss this. अगर आपको कुछ भी questions रहेंगे which are not addressed in this, you can ping on WhatsApp. अगर आपको कुछ पूछना रहेगा, you can ping on WhatsApp as well, class होने के बाद और ये demo होने के बाद. Okay? Demo is arranged from the perspective that आपको पता चले कि online कैसे होता है. Okay? Is it interactive? आपको bore होता है क्या? आप इधर उधर देखते हो क्या? या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं ये classroom होता था तो अच्छा होता था? या technically how do you experience it? So this is like a first-hand experience. Okay, so let's start. It's going to be quite interesting in terms of the slides which are there, and I would want you to focus completely on this. साथ में खाना मत खाना या किसी से बात मत करना. Don't pick up your calls. I know you're on mute. Your video is not on, but I would like to trust you. And let's start with this. Okay. So here. So we are learning English because we all understand कि English के वजह से बहुत सारे opportunities हम लोग के open होती है. आप school में हो या फिर आप college में हो, when you go for job interviews, any of these areas, I think you would think that English मुझे और अच्छा होना चाहिए था. I would get a better position. या फिर आप job interview में जाते हो तो भी बोलते हैं कि I would have used this word. और confidence level आपका ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है. Forget that. If you're not even working, sometimes I come up with the queries of parents, especially mothers, who say कि मैं parents meeting जाती हूँ, parents teachers meeting होता है, वो मुझे कुछ question पूछते हैं, मैं कुछ बताना चाहती हूँ, but they are not able to express themselves. Okay. All right. So you need to understand कि as a parent also आपको कुछ बताना है, आपको समझ में आ रहा है लेकिन बताने नहीं आ रहा है. That time also English can be helpful. Of course, in office meetings, we have a major issue. We have to present something. We are against that view. हम लोग को नहीं बोलना है उसके लिए, but ना नहीं बोल सकते. Boss है, colleagues है. We don't know how to present our ideas, and hence हम लोग रुक जाते हैं. Okay, so that's the English level of English which we are looking out for. कि हम लोग अपने आप को express करना. It's a power. It's a tool to express ourselves. हम लोग के मन के thoughts हम लोग को present करने के आने चाहिए. Okay, whether you're reading books, movies है, नए songs है या फिर family get-togethers where you want to really talk with somebody who speaks English, या फिर as simple as I would say reading instructions, जैसे कि नया microwave आ गया है या फिर नया mobile मिला है, so there are instructions, तो आपको कुछ उसमें नहीं पता चलता रहेगा, so that time also you have to learn English and it can be applicable. Now let's understand what the problems which we face. So basically बहुत ज़्यादा English हो जाता है when somebody else is speaking. बहुत ज़्यादा, बहुत fast होता है या लोग बोल रहे मुझे थोड़ा समझ में आ रहा है, थोड़ा नहीं आ रहा है, like कभी bounce हो जाता है, कभी I think I don't understand it properly. So that's one of the problems which people tell me. The other problem is मुझे पता है, okay, I know, but then sometimes I'm not able to express. So I face this problem कि लोग मेरे ऊपर हंसते हैं या फिर मैं जो बोलने जाता हूँ मैं I know there's a tongue twisters या ऐसे कुछ words होते हैं which I cannot really speak fast. Sometimes during presentation या office meetings हम बात खड़े रहते ही shiver करते हैं, ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है. So these are the side effects of weak English. That's what we call them. People gradually feel isolated. नहीं मेरा इंग्लिश अच्छा नहीं है. That feeling creeps in. कोई बताता नहीं आपको necessary, but that feeling creeps in. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं शायद I'm not able to present myself. मैं और भी कुछ अच्छा बात कर सकती हूँ लेकिन यहाँ तक आता नहीं है. या ऐसा लगता है कि I know everything in Marathi, Hindi and my mother tongue, लेकिन इंग्लिश में नहीं express करने के लिए आता है. So what should I do? So basic solution is ask why. एक क्वेश्चन पूछना आपको, क्यों ऐसे होता है? Alright? So क्यों ऐसे होता है is the answer or the solution to the starting point of your course structure. Okay? So क्यों ऐसे होता है? I have asked n number of people and I have got few common I would say reasons. आपके reasons और भी हो सकते हैं. But कुछ लोग बोलते हैं मेरा English एकदम basic है. I can speak but थोड़े words like good morning, good night और thank you, sorry यहाँ से लेके what's your name, where do you stay, या इसके आंसर्स आते हैं या फिर daily English. But beyond that, if I want to talk about weather, monsoon, technology, food, criminals, I won't be able to talk. दूसरा problem, if you can see on the slide, I do not know a lot of words. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे words नहीं आ रहे हैं. Can you see the big word that apprehensive यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है? What is apprehensive? Any idea? apprehensive. Word काफी लंबा है. The expression of that guy tells you what is apprehensive. Okay, anxious. Okay, scared. Somebody who is करूं या नहीं करूं, मैं ये join करूं या नहीं join करूं, मैं ये खाऊं या नहीं खाऊं, मैं जाऊं या नहीं जाऊं, worried, anxious, and I'm little apprehensive about going out during monsoon क्योंकि हर जगह floods हो रहे, so I'm little apprehensive. मैं खुद को रोक रहा हूँ या फिर I'm little conscious about it. Okay, so ऐसे भी हो सकता है words can be a problem या फिर grammar can be a problem. बहुत सारे लोगों को डर रहता है, it's a phobia. The meaning of phobia is डर. Okay, तो grammar का phobia होता है. Many times people speak and think, try to relate everything in grammar. Okay, past tense में ये होता है, वो होता है. So they try to process everything grammatically. और उस चक्कर में they actually do not speak fluently. They are thinking past tense of speak, spoke, spoken. All these things are getting processed. So ये process जब fast होगा, that time they'll be speaking the language fluently. All right. And there are others जो खड़े होते हैं, सब रेडी है, ग्रामर आ रहा है, लैंग्वेज आ रहा है, बट लोगों को देखते ही they feel butterflies in the stomach. That's not English problem, trust me. That's a personality issue. That's a fear which you have within. Okay, अगर डर है अंदर, and it is there with everybody. आज नरेंद्र मोदी भी अगर बात करते रहेंगे, he'll be also feeling sleepless. He'll be also feeling that what if I miss some word, media पूरा capture कर रही है. So everybody feels it. There's nothing wrong. But getting tongue-tied मतलब जबान अटक जाना is a problem. Getting tongue-tied is a problem with many candidates. कि तैयारी तो बहुत करते हैं, they do everything, rehearsals करते हैं, but when they go out for board meetings, speech, school के presentations, poems, tongue-tied मतलब अटक जाते हैं. And there are finally people who think that आता है सब कुछ मुझे, I know I can speak. It's just that I need a buddy to speak. I need somebody to speak. I need people around, or I need practice. Okay, मुझे ये मत सिखाओ past tense, present tense, वो सब किया है मैंने, 97 मिला है 100. But when it comes to using, I think I'm missing out on something. So वो problems हो सकते हैं. Okay, I hope you're understanding my language. Should I speak in another language as well? Should I add Marathi? Hindi समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Hindi and English is combination is good, because I really do not know the proficiency of this batch. Okay, all right, great. So I guess I can see now 27, 28. So all these people who have joined maybe 5 minutes later, I would request you to put your location on the number 7715 from there, so that I understand you're present. Just location dal do, Vashi, Mulund, Kurla, wherever you are from. Okay, yeah, Mumbai, Ratnagiri, wherever you're from, Nasik, Nagpur. Just put your location on 7715 9000084. Bas apna location dal do. Okay. Going ahead, now I'm going to give you some interesting things. So let's find the root problem. Basically, people tell me कि मेरा problem ये है कि
अब क्या हुआ?
कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. Misbah, put yourself on mute. Okay. Otherwise, everybody will come to your house. क्या हुआ करके. Okay. So speed reading. बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं मुझे fast read करना नहीं आता है या फिर fluency. I know how to speak, but sometimes I am not speaking that fast. Okay, that's fluency, number of words you speak per minute. Okay, and then there's higher vocabulary issue. That means words mere plain hai, like I don't know how to speak the same thing in a better way. Okay, that's another issue. But ye ऊपर ऊपर के problem हुए. Okay, the other problems are, Ashwin, there's somebody at your home who requires your attention. Please attend to that. Okay, the other problem is this sentences, like the major problem. Okay, जैसे जैसे हम लोग root problems जाएंगे, the problems would be the sentence structures. Okay, grammar जहाँ आता है, ये sentence form करने नहीं आता है, मतलब क्या होता है कि मुझे grammatically ये जो words है ये कैसे आगे पीछे कैसे. Me amba khalla. So me मुझे I, mango, amba, khalla, eat. So if I literally translate, it will be me amba khalla, I mango eat, and that's a wrong English. Okay, I'll request Ashwin to mute. Okay, so literal translation doesn't work, and that's the reason we have to learn grammar to a certain extent. Okay, now third thing, which is the major issue of many people, ग्रामर वगैरह ठीक है, ओके ओके कर लेंगे, वर्ड्स नहीं आते. ओके, माझ्यासाठी एक टिकट कार्ड, सो कार्ड इज रिमूव, सो रिमूव अ टिकट फॉर मी, रॉन्ग इंग्लिश. ओके, खालना चहा वाल्याकडनं ऑर्डर दे, चहा वाला, व्हाट इज चहा वाला? टी वेंडर. सो टी वेंडर ये जो वर्ड है वो नहीं आता लोगों को. सो वर्ड, उसके मीनिंग्स, उसके स्पेलिंग्स, इफ यू आर स्पीकिंग, उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन इज अ प्रॉब्लम. एंड देन वी गो टू द वेरी बेसिक प्रॉब्लम, एकदम रूट प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब यहाँ से इंग्लिश शुरू होता है, मैं बोलूंगी कि वो प्रॉब्लम है अल्फाबेट साउंड्स का, फोनिक्स. नाउ दिस इज ऑल बच्चों को सिखाया जाता है, ऐसे बोलते हैं, बट ट्रस्ट मी, if you learn the language from this base, okay, I think it will create little more comfort in forming new spellings also. Okay, so phonics is something which is restricted to like 5-6 years tak padhate hai. But I think, you know, if your parent or if you have somebody at home at that age, you should also learn along with that. Okay, so I'll highlight now what to expect in this online class. अगर आप online ऐसे पढ़ते हो तो इसमें क्या आपको मिलेगा, you know, what form, कैसे हम लोग सीखने वाले हैं. So basically, I'm not going to ask you to switch on your video in the class as well, unless we are doing some kind of a role play. Okay, so you sit in your t-shirts and night dress. I don't mind whatever you're wearing. No problem. I just want your background quiet so that you can focus and I can focus. You should be completely hooked on to this screen and you should be in my world. मैं जहाँ आपको लेके जाती हूँ वहाँ चलो. If I am showing you some kind of, you know, a documentary, you should be there in that, completely focused. यहाँ पर बच्चे संभाल रहे हैं, यहाँ पर कॉल आ रहा है, ईमेल आ रहा है, खा रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं करना है. Alright, you sit anywhere on the earth and take this class. Okay, आप होटल में बैठो, गार्डन में बैठो, कहीं पर भी बैठो. But if you're expecting some value out of this class, I would want you to be participative. पूरी तरह से एक साथ. Okay. Now in this class, ideally in every batch, 8 to 10 candidates ही रहेंगे. We won't have like 40-50 candidates. ये seminar, webinar जैसा concept नहीं रहेगा. Okay. We will be asking you questions and you'll be participating in that. So other than that, if I have to put it, grammatically, we are going to focus, yes, basic structures of the grammar. We are going to have a lot of activities. Okay, there are few people in this who have already attended and they want to re-attend. Okay, so ask them also in the if I ask them also, they would tell you the stories of the role plays which we had. कि किसी को cake order करना है and then you call this cake shop, or you know, you call these different shops or through Zomato, restaurants through the Zomato, and tell you inquire. तो ये inquiry भी English में कैसे करनी है. And it's fun to do all these things as practical experiences. Okay, doctor patient role plays hai, parents teachers meeting hai, so 2 minutes ka time diya jata hai and you do all these things on the spot. Okay, we also watch a lot of short documentaries. बहुत सारे documentaries है nature के ऊपर है. There are documentaries on pets, on dogs, on environment, education है, technology है. There are a lot of such documentaries and some movies which we watch. मतलब पूरे नहीं, एक घंटे के नहीं, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we learn from that as well. Okay. Other than that, we have a lot of article reading. जैसे कि अभी बारिश शुरू हुआ है, so there are a lot of articles. And if you read 5 articles on monsoon in Mumbai Mirror या Times of India, कौन सा भी एक newspaper ले लो in English, other than Economic Times and all, basic newspaper will write, you know, about this rain and monsoon. So they'll write words like incessant rain. Yeah, Mumbai is getting battered. Rain's lashing. पानी भर गया है. Now पानी भर गया है. So water was filled in Kurla. Wrong English. Okay, there was water clogging. Yeah, water logging. Okay, now water clogging मतलब अटक गया है, and water logging मतलब पानी भर गया है. Okay, so these are the words which we'll be doing in this class. All right, so we do a lot of articles यहाँ पर नए नए words मिलते हैं आपको, उसके pronunciation मिलते हैं and meanings मिलते हैं. And lastly, the worksheet. Now, my focus is not on really doing all this rattabaji, rote learning. अब घुकमपट्टी नहीं करायची है काही पण. You should be learning. You should be enjoying this whole process of learning. But worksheets are something which are important so that, you know, re-registers. तो मैं एक पेज का information कुछ आपको दूंगी and you have to fill it up. It's not for every class, but yes, certain classes like tenses and all, you have to practice beyond this. Okay. Okay. Now people ask me, grammar में क्या सिखाओगे आप? There are a lot of things in grammar, but basically if you want to speak smoothly, fluently, if you have a problem looking at the structure, ki I could have ka meaning I could join se alag hai, if you're questioning that, there's something which you need to learn in grammar. Okay, could have, could, can, might, these words can make a lot of difference. ऐसे तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. So we are going to work on 8 parts of speech. Don't read. I'm not really expecting you to read everything. Nouns, adjectives, क्या होते हैं? Now, why this is important is you will know which word to place where when you to form a sentence. अगर आपको sentence formation का problem है, so we'll start with this bricks. These are called as the bricks of the sentence. We'll be working on active, passive, and then tenses and sentence types. Okay, we'll get into details of it. Don't worry. But more interestingly, I'll also tell you now pronunciation. What is this? I'm asking you something. What is this? इसको क्या बोलेंगे हम? Try pronouncing. ये इमेज में क्या दिए है? ये सब क्या है? अगर मॉल में गए और ये सब दिखे तो फ्रेंड को आके क्या बोलेंगे? ये सब क्या है? Okay, I'll give you the word. Okay, pronounce this now. मैंने word दिया है. VASE. Pronounce.
Pass.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. It's now was नहीं है. It's was. Was. जैसे BASE base, so many people tell me base नहीं है, was नहीं है. It's was. Was. Can you see that pronunciation? Now second वाला try करो. Try this out. Okay. Tell me what is this? मैंने कुछ लोगों को पहले भी बोल चुकी हूँ मैं. What is this? Pronounce this word.
Champagne.
Champagne.
Campaign.
Champagne.
We have champagne, campaign, champagne, and good. और कुछ है pronunciations? Nice and good. All right. Now I'll show you. अभी बताना. अभी क्या pronounce करोगे? Only adults can answer this. If there's a child.
Champagne.
Yeah, it's a champagne. Okay. तो champagne का spelling इधर लिखा हुआ भी है bottle के ऊपर. Champagne. But somebody who learns it for the first time probably would read champagne या champagne. ऐसा हो सकता है I'm saying. Okay. So for new words, we need to know the pronunciation. Okay. So we are learning pronunciation.
Champagne.
Yes, it's champagne. Right. So champagne for new words, ये problem हो सकता है that we are trying to explain something. ये bottle देके मैंने champagne लाया है. क्या लाया है? It's champagne. So sometimes for new words I'm saying again, not for regular words. For new words, pronunciation can be a problem. Okay. Then the phonic sounds. If you know A, E, I, O, U, of course you know A to Z, but if you know A, E, I, O, U and the importance of that as vowels, you'll be amazed. You'll be surprised. Basically, बचपन में हम लोग को भी ऐसे नहीं सिखाया गया था. You know, as trainer, I can tell you that I learned it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G till Z. But A, E, I, O, U has a special meaning and special importance which translates to बाराखड़ी, कका किकी कुकू. अगर इसका importance आपको पता चले, I think you'll be able to make most of the spellings. Of course, there are exceptions. Exceptions है इसमें, जैसे कि कका किकी कुकू तो है ही, but spellings में क is not necessarily starting with K only. Okay, so ऐसे बहुत सारे spellings है, जैसे camera is C, cement is also C, not S. Okay, red wala is wrong answer, no? Don't register that. Essay, many of my students still submit like this. Essay, ASSAY. Okay, your phone, WhatsApp, yeah, I would say messaging has made that phone. हम लोग की आदतें खराब हो चुकी है, but people say phone, Phone. But we are not looking out for that. Okay, it's phone, PH. So sounds can be confusing at times, but we will learn more spellings on the way. And trust me, if you do learning these words, अगर आपको words के problem है, we are going to focus on etymology as well. That means breaking the words, शब्द फोड़. Okay, words को काटना है. Not every word can be done that way. जैसे कि biology. I'm sure ये subject था school में, college में, school में, कहीं पर तो था biology, you know. So bio is life.
Yeah.
Logy is study. Now, anytime you think bio as a word, life से related कुछ तो है. At least you'll understand it is related to life. Logy as a word, मतलब study, किसका तो study. अभी किसका है पता नहीं चला तो भी चलेगा, but you'll know it's a relation of that logy to that word. Okay, जैसे कि these other branches of biology. एक बार biology समझ में आए तो You'll understand zoology, zoo animals. Botany, इसमें लॉजी नहीं है. Virology, अभी ये वायरस पता ही है कोरोना की वजह से, you know now कि माइक्रोस्कोपिक वायरस ऐसा दिखता है, ग्रीन कलर. Now what we have for corona virus. Microbiology, माइक्रो मतलब छोटा, छोटा लाइफ जो होता है उसके ऊपर. And mycology, more of fungus and mushroom दिख रहा है वहां पर, that's a fungus. Okay, या फिर not just related to logy but bio. ऐसे बहुत सारे, there's a long list of bio. These are all career streams also. Bioinformatics, biotechnology. लोग बोलते मुझे नहीं पता ये क्या होता है. क्यों? थोड़ा सोचो, ब्रेक करो. Bio technology. So somewhere the technology is used for life. Okay, जैसे अभी ये वैक्सीन्स वगैरह हो रहे हैं, who are all doing this? Biotechnologists. वैक्सीन्स किसने निकाले? ये जो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी in the life, DNA, RNA, सब genes भी सब check कर रहे हैं, and they are doing these vaccines rounds and then making it available for you, I would say. Okay, so that's biotechnology. ऐसे autobiography, biography, बहुत सारे words है which you'll understand just by learning one word, biology. तो आपके 15-20 words हो जाएंगे. So the moment you start enjoying these words, etymology, मतलब breaking the word, I think you will be in a phase where you're self-motivated. आपको खुद को ही बहुत मजा आ जाएगा. You'll find every word and you'll try to break it. Now etymology के बाद, if not that way, we categorize. Okay. Now just because it's 9 o'clock almost and food time हो गया है, can you see this? Generally on Facebook you'll get wow, nice, paneer tikka, lovely. आजकल तो Facebook में ऐसे होता है, झक्कास, artificial intelligence है. But you should be looking out for these words and you should be noting words like these. Okay, जैसे कि mouth watering है, mouth, मुंह में पानी आ रहा है. Eye pleasing, दिखने में कितना सुंदर है. Delicious, of course we know this word. Presentable, can you see this? Colorful, everything is at its place. ऐसे नहीं कि तवे में से निकाल के प्लेट पे रखा है. It's plated very well. Exotic. Now there are people who eat paneer every day, but sushi, for example, Japanese, that's exotic. That's not really a local food. Exotic. Lavish, you feel very rich, it's lavish. Scrumptious, something extremely delicious. बहुत अच्छा है ये. Okay, appetizing. So don't say very, very, very good. Okay, you should say scrumptious, appetizing, inviting. ये मुझे बुला रहा है कि मुझे खा लो. Okay, that's inviting. So next time अगर आपको कौन से भी अच्छा खाना लगे, rather than putting good, superb, ऐसे सब words, start putting inviting. ऐसे लग रहा है पनीर मुझे बुला रहा है कि मुझे खाओ. Okay, and tempting, we know this word. So that is category wise. हम लोग category एक आज अगर हम लोग ने कुछ role play किया तो वो category उसके words होंगे. आज कुछ monsoon के related है तो monsoon के related. This is how also we can learn words. And the most interesting part of this session is this. Anybody knows the meaning of the word extirpate? कुछ पता है? Any idea? No. 5 seconds silence is no. All right. Otherwise people would have jumped. Look at this. Extirpate, literal meaning, okay, dictionary meaning, is to destroy or to remove completely. That means Hindi version is जड़ से उखाड़ देना. Okay, मुळापासून उपटून काढून देणे. That is extirpate. Now how do I remember this? Okay, I can use it in a sentence. Okay, so I have given you a visual sentence. Visual sentence क्या है? तो उसके कान में से देखो वो ये निकल रहा है. कान मतलब एक्चुअली ब्रेन को जो भी लगा है उसने, एंड बोलते कि you will feel much better after I extirpate. मतलब मैं पूरी तरह से निकाल दूंगा the bad thoughts from your mind. Jealousy है, hate है, greed है. I'll remove everything from your mind. Okay, and I think you'll be feeling much better. Okay, फिर भी याद नहीं रहता है? Then I'll show you something to remember. इसको बोलते हैं mnemonics. हम लोग वर्ड को कट करते हैं. Okay, somebody is just pointing out. Okay, okay, I'll clear the drawings. Okay, can you see this? Extirpate दिख रहा है इसका? इसका नहीं है, तो इसने काट के निकाल के फेंक दिया. Not literally. Okay, this is just to remember. तो extirpate अभी नहीं है. Okay, extirpate. Now this is mnemonics. This is a funnier way to remember things. These are short forms like lol. What is lol? Laugh out loud. Yeah, right? So that is lol.
Lovely.
Lovely. Loudly. Lots of love. Okay, there are lot of lols, I guess. Okay, तो ROFL ये सब क्या है? These are mnemonics. Okay, these are short forms. Some things which help us to remember longer versions of it. तो ऐसा कुछ visual which we can remember. So now you can remember extirpate मतलब अभी extirpate नहीं है, मतलब उसको अभी जड़ से निकाल दिया है. Completely remove. Okay, this is how you remember words which are tougher. It's not easy to remember words on a daily basis. अगर मैं आपको दूंगी आज 5 words करो, ठीक है आज कर लोगे, कल 5, परसों बाद. The cumulative effect of that, you know, adding on to it and remembering maybe 50 words at the end of 10th day, it's not that easy. But if you do something like this, I think it's a cakewalk. Okay, it's something which you can relate to. अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है, it's something which is easier to retain. So next time extirpate, किसी का पेट भी देखोगे तो you'll say extirpate, extirpate. Yeah, that is remove completely. So that was about the words. We can just read words on the way as well. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि you know ये class है तो भी हम लोग करेंगे, book चाहिए then only I can do it. For example, I see this ad and let me highlight the word. I'm thriving. I think this is a word which we all would like to learn. Okay, paradise, we know this word, but maybe I have to use it. Heaven. Okay, separate spelling, many times people write separate spelling wrong. Separate likhte. Okay, rate is RAT bhi likhte. So be careful of the spellings, watch closely all these things. Okay, other than this, can you see here adjudged? So HDFC was adjudged. Judge aapko pata hai? Okay, so adjudged is something wherein it was nominated and finally selected. Usko judge kiya gaya, it was finally selected. Okay, so that is adjudged. Now if this is a word which I ask you out of context, you might feel that ye mujhe pata nahi hai. Okay, but now when you are relating it to a judge, okay, ki usko judge kiya gaya as the best bank, okay, it's easy to retain. So sometimes when you're just browsing the ads, hoardings पे है, WhatsApp पे है, TV पे है, newspaper पे है, I think we can learn on the way a lot of words. So don't think words is something which you have to learn specifically by sitting and working on the list of words. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You can keep working on it parallelly. जो भी instances आते हैं, keep working on it. As simple as buying Lay's packet and just before you throw it, yeah, just before you put the first one in your mouth, you can learn these words from the label. पीछे label होता है. Okay, so there are words like poly. Poly का मतलब होता है many. Okay, un मतलब नहीं. Mono means एक. Monorail. Okay, एक ऐसा ही जाता है और ऐसे ही आता है. That's mono. Trans is to cut. Okay, so trans fat. So अलग-अलग root words है. I'm not saying that you'll get all the words, but when you're eating something, when you're traveling somewhere, I think you'll get a lot of interesting words around you. You're surrounded by it. The only thing which you need to activate is your sense. Okay, maybe not just vision, but also when you're talking to somebody, when you're listening to somebody, you know, you should be sensitive to learning new words and you should be curious like a child to learn new words. अगर आप बोलते हैं क्या बोला मुझे समझ में नहीं आया, छोड़ जाने दे, then I don't think you're going anywhere. क्या बोला वो? Can you repeat? समझ में नहीं आया, spelling बोलो. What does it mean? Let's stop the conversation, find a word. I think you have got the excellent attitude to learn. Okay, if you can do that, great. And what to do next? Basically choose your problem. Trust me, you have a combination of problems. I won't say there's only one problem out of this. You have basics problem, you have grammar, you have vocab, fear, behavior, of course, and there's a certain level of practice which is required. Okay, so I would say that first figure out yourself, you know, introspect, or you can talk to me as well and understand beyond this class what's your problem. Because once you understand your problem, I think it's easy to target the problem. That's 50% solved, problem solved. 50% is to work on it. Okay, so and once you go to your problem, you know, you have to address it. So that's it. Start. You come here on this platform, you join and you get friends, you see people, you hear people just like you, and there are people who are of different age groups, different exposure. You might inspire somebody, you might get inspired from somebody. I know people जो बोलते हैं इसको कितना अच्छा आता है, and there are people who feel competitive, you know, next time they feel I'll prepare and go for the role play. Okay, or they always wait for the other person to speak so that they learn from that other person. Okay, so find friends who can speak, find people whom you can relate to, those will not laugh at you. You overcome that fear, and I'm using the same word which I used then. Do not be apprehensive. Okay, मैं करूँ नहीं करूँ, अभी करूँ नहीं करूँ, बारिश के बाद करूँ, बर्थडे के बाद करूँ, ऑनलाइन करूँ, ऑफलाइन करूँ, 3 महीने का करूँ, 6 महीने का करूँ. People keep thinking. People do not take actions, and that's where the problem lies. You need to take actions. Okay, so your action is now first step. You have already joined this. I think that's even commendable. I would say there are people जो सिर्फ सोच ही रहे कि मुझे करना है, फ्री है ना, बाद में भी कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं, अभी टाइम नहीं है, खाना खाने का टाइम है. There are many people who messaged, saying that they won't be able to do it for n number of reasons. There are many others who are still in their cocoon and they really are not, getting that encouragement. Yeah, they are not provoked and evoked. अंदर से आवाज नहीं आ रही कि I need to do something about it. So if now you have realized your problem, now everybody doesn't have the same problem. Okay, if you can speak well, if you can, really produce your sentences and really combine those words and make this synthesis of these structures, I think you have just a problem of the exposure. The more your exposure is, the better it becomes. Okay, अगर आपको बात करने में ही problem है, then it is a grammar problem. Okay, so what next is coming back on the same slide which you have, and that slide has got all the information related to the days and time कि आपको कब classes है, कब क्या है, fee structure भी दिया हुआ है. All those guys who are interested can ping me and I'll tell you the payment modes या जो भी questions है आपके which are not answered in this. Again, in a batch, generally there'll be 8 to 10 students, up to 8 to 10. कभी कभी 3-4 बच्चे भी होते हैं, 3-4 students भी होते हैं. Your age doesn't matter. You can be like 12 years old or you can be 35 years old. It's just that I need to know how old are you so that, I can help you with the interesting ideas to learn for your age. Okay, so that's the only thing which we expect you to do, right? So that's the end of my presentation. I made a presentation so that I stick to the time which is given. Otherwise, I'm not a presentation person. Okay, trust me, those who have attended, I am more of somebody who would do things in the class. Like मैं आपको article दिखाऊंगी और हम लोग पढ़ेंगे, हम लोग कुछ role plays करेंगे. We'll be working on words. We'll be interacting a lot as if we are sitting in a cafe and we are just having a gala time. Okay, so I'll send you the feedback of my previous students as well. So be farewell होता है तो some people become emotional and they give me online feedback. So that's also something which happens that time. So that particular patch also I can send you once this is done. Any questions, any thoughts? We have 2.5 minutes roughly. Okay, now this class is going to be continued. We are going to start off tomorrow itself. So those who are looking forward for it, we have 3 batch timings. अगर आपके कुछ questions है, if you want more English in this, if you want more Hindi in this or Marathi in this, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out in that, because we generally have this a good combination of students. We understand and then we use the combination of language. We don't use too high or too low. Okay, like in terms of 80% Hindi, 20% English, you're not going to really learn anything. 99% English and probably I don't speak Hindi or Marathi. If you don't understand something to explain, maybe there are people who get demotivated. So I'll understand a mix of the batch and then probably I'll help you out with that. Okay, once again, before I end, I would want you to message your location on my WhatsApp number, which is not this, it's here. 7715900084, so that I know who connected from where. Okay, and then I'll be happy to address your queries on WhatsApp. So those who have not sent the message yet, don't send it on this. Okay, up next month se kar sakte hai. The batch is starting, so 26 July was a demo. For next batch you can keep in touch. The class are commencing from tomorrow, and installment pay kar sakte hai. 9,000 is the total fees. Just because you're paying it together, it becomes 5,000. But yes, if you have like group, we can definitely discuss about it. These are the questions which I'm getting here, and people have sent me kopar kharane and all these things. Don't send it here. Okay, send it on the WhatsApp. So that was a quick thing. I had just 30 minutes of time. I know I really can't interact at the moment because there are 30 people and it will become a little chaos. So I think we will connect on WhatsApp if there are questions. If you are looking forward to join, I would share the payment details. You can join and you can enjoy the whole process of learning English, and trust yourself and trust me, and take a leap of faith. That's the only thing which I'll say before I stop. Thank you so much for giving your 30 minutes. I think that should make a lot of difference in your life. This is last 30 seconds and we'll be disconnecting. After this, I hope you have messaged me your name or your location. Okay?
Message.
No problem. No problem. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good night.